this is an example on how to handle the removal of one component that's part of a bigger asset. For this example, what we've got is we've got a building that costs $2.5 million with this estimated salvage value of $100,000. The original life was 30 years, but after 21 years, the roof needs to be replaced. The new roof costs $380,000 and extends the life for 25 years, while the old roof costs $200,000. One of the things that we talk about is when you've got a property, plant, and equipment that has got several components that might have different lives, and this is one of those cases. So there's a few things to figure out or make sure you keep in mind. One is that the original life was 30 years, and we're 21 years into it. So there's really only 9 years left in the building's original life, according to this original thing. But the roof is going to add 25 years on from now. So we've got such an increase in the life of the building that we have to capitalize the cost of the new roof. The other thing to keep in mind is what is our depreciable base and how much depreciation have we taken so far? Well, if we assume we're depreciating everything at 30 years, because we don't have any information to tell us otherwise, our depreciable base is the $2.5 million less than $100,000 salvage value. So our depreciable base is going to be $2.4 million. And if we add just that information below, we've got a new calculation of depreciable base at $2.4 million. If we divide that by 30 for the life, we end up with an annual depreciation of $80,000 a year. After 20 years, that's $1,680,000. Because we always deal with the systematic and rational method, we've got to take care of the component, which is the roof, separately. So if we take the cost of the roof of $200,000, the original roof, and we say that we have already depreciated 21/30ths of that, we find that the accumulated depreciation of the roof is going to be $140,000. So that's a systematic and rational process where we've allocated the same portion to the roof as we have to the rest of the building. So if we think about what we have is we've got the roof on the books at $200,000. So we certainly have to get that off. So we want to make sure we credit building for $200,000. We want to debit accumulated depreciation for $140,000 to get that off the books. What do we do with the other $60,000? Well, at this point, it's the same thing as if we had sold it as an asset. We would be taking a loss on the sale. So what we're going to do is exactly that. We're going to get rid of the building by crediting it for $200,000. We're going to get rid of accumulated depreciation by debiting that for $140,000, and we're going to record the loss on the disposal for $60,000. And like I said, that's exactly what we would have done if it was a piece of equipment we were exchanging. And then, because we have to capitalize the cost of the new roof, we're going to put that in the cost of buildings for $380,000 and credit the cash that we paid for it. Now what we're going to do is depreciate the new amount for our building over the remaining 25,000 or 25 years we have left. So the only remaining piece is to look and say, do we still think that their salvage value is $100,000? And if so, our calculation would be as follows. We started with the $2.4 million. We took out the $200,000 for the old roof. We're going to add $380,000 for the new roof. So the new cost of our building is going to be $2,580,000. We would subtract our estimated salvage value to come out with our new depreciable base. And whatever we have there, we would divide by 25 to come out with our new depreciation from here going forward. And that's how you're going to handle the disposal of a component.